If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Stoner, welcome back to WNST, man. Good to have you aboard in the competition.
Hey, Nestor, thanks for having me back in.
Yeah, I think did you have second thoughts? It looked like you had maybe, you were thinking it through. Get up on the mic here for me, bud. Go ahead, man. There you go.
Second thoughts of...
No, man, you're in this thing, man. You came in here a couple weeks ago and you weren't sure. You had a hell of a notebook in front of you last time.
I came in with a big blue notebook. It kind of scared you off there. Had a couple 500 entries.
I was frightened, no doubt about it. I didn't know how you were going to read from it.
I've been looking forward to the contest coming back in. So,
Chris, I said you were here for an hour. You weren't here for a month. I mean, I'd have read from that thing for a month. So give everybody your background. Tell everybody about yourself.
Baltimore born and raised. Worked for T. Rowe Price locally, Baltimore company. My blog site is BaltimoreSportsAndLife.blogspot.com. Been started that early January, blogging meat and potatoes, Baltimore sports, Orioles, Ravens, Terps. Looking forward to this contest. Been out here on the WNST site.
You know, man, I like you say that. Meat and potatoes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's just bottom line sports, local coverage. That's what I provide. I've been out on the WNST website blogging in the last week and provided, I think, first 60 entries.
You did the first 60. Hold on, I gotta get my mic up here. You did 60 entries?
Yeah, it's only been 60 because I am working full time, so my time's a little limited.
Oh, well, that's fine. Hey, man, you do what you need to do. Orioles thus far, 6-2. This makes you happy, correct?
Of course, yeah. Black and orange. I'm glad to see we took the first 3 series of the year. We'll see if Burgesson gets a start on Monday. He got to start today for Norfolk. Was effective again with Simon going down last night. That looks like the logical move.
Well, give me the background on you again on why you do the blog. I mean, I see a lot of people that are bloggers. They're not getting well read. I mean, I've seen some bloggers that people email me. I got 20 people to read my blog every day. I'm like, man, if only 20 people are reading my stuff, I think you would be hard pressed to continue to do it. And I think that's the beauty of the bloggers. People that blog, they love it. I mean, they do it because they love it, not necessarily because of the audience. But I think the whole tenor of this competition is to give people a chance to be heard by a larger audience. That's all.
I guess first and foremost, I'm a fan of the local sports and the writing aspect of it. I find enjoyable. I enjoy talking and getting into the minutia, that detail there.
Were you a message board guy before you blogging, or?
I was a message board guy prior to that, and I guess my change from there is I like to. Instead of using a message board handle, it was nice to go to a full blog and have my name and my identity out.
Well, that's always been the astonishing part for me. You know, nobody ever says you suck and sign their name, especially when they do it anonymously on a message board. So when people put their name behind it, I guess it doesn't give it any more credibility, but it certainly gives it, okay, this is who this person is. And I think that's the good and the bad of the internet.
All right.
The good is everybody has a voice. The bad is it's also a hiding ground for maggots and cowards. No doubt about it.
Absolutely. What I really liked is having my name out there and being, in 4 months I've been able to have a number of decent high-profile local interviews. I've also grown my audience to a couple hundred people reading on a daily basis.
Well done, well done, well done. That's not easy to do. I mean, you got to hustle a little bit. Sports talk background for you, a traditional sports talk radio listener or not a listener? I'll tell you this, honest to God, before I did sports radio, I was not a listener. I mean, I listened to a little Phil Wood here and there, but I was not. I worked in the business at the newspaper. I wasn't a guy who listened to sports talk radio before I started doing it.
I've always listened to sports talk in the area. I remember listening to probably Rex Barney, probably first person I locally listened to, then listened to yourself when I was in high school. I've listened to the early days.
How old are you now?
Turning 30 this year.
Oh, man. That just makes me old, dude. It freaks me out when people come up to me and they're like 35 years old. I've been listening to you since I was a kid. I'm like, what? And I'm like, well, it's been 17 years. Maybe you have been listening to you since you were a kid. I don't know.
I think I called you probably about 15 years ago.
So. Well, you said you've been listening to me since you were a kid. You were in high school. You don't look like a kid anymore.
Let's see. So I remember the early days, obviously, Mark Messina, Spiro, so I've been listening to NST for a long time.
Well, hey, man, we appreciate that. I appreciate you coming in. Chris Stoner, good man.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.